Today we're going to make a range finder so we know how far it is from the character to the target. We're going to start by making our class client side down. It'll be B, target bar, and this will be GUI control. And it will give our range to the target. We're going to give it a parent class of E status bar. The status bar is currently what shows up for our characters main GUI here with the health on it. So we're going to inherit from that. We're also going to create a field. This will be a target that will be associated to the window so we can save our target value for quick reference. And it will be of type node_ref. We're now going to add that class to add the field to the class. Be target, and we're going to add in a timer so that we can check it every so often. Save these values out. We're also going to open script, create an empty script. Then we'll close the DOM up. And we will also open a script called exit window. We'll be pulling a few of those functions over to our new class. We're going to grab the start function and the class function. Then we'll start by changing our exit window to target bar. Copy and paste that into the other areas. And we will change exit to target. Copy and paste over the other one. Now we're going to change our shared function into a public function so that we can access it outside in another script. And it's going to return a node_ref. We also won't need to center this window, so we can remove that. And we're going to return the window that we've created to the other function. Next, we'll create a function which is also public. And this will be close window. Here we will gather the part that closes this window if we have a duplicate and just use it to close this window. Next, we will create our functions that give us our range value. This will also be called from our other script. So it will be public. Get range distance. It will have an input value of target. This will be a node ref. We will also gather our target class, since it's a function, and we will save our target value on the window, calling a function get player character node. Our target is coming in from the node ref, and to get the actual value where it's located, we will call a function called get node position, and this uses our node, which is the player, and the position, which is our position. We'll use that same function for the target, and we'll change the values for our function. Then we'll set our range value equal to the vector length, which will be the target position minus the owner position. Now, as this will return units, and we want to specify that in meters, we're going to need to multiply this value times 10. We will then call a function that we're making called show range, which will input our value of range. The difference between our targets, if we have a player or an NPC, the nodes won't be quite lined up with our player, so we'll need to change that from the actual character node to the account node. So we'll check our type of target, and this will use a where function that says where our target is kind of a player character. We're going to return the account as a node ref class, the player account, and that will equal our target get account number, get my account. We can then use our get node position and set the target to the account value for player character. Now, if it's a non-player character, we will just set the node value. Since we're having more than one value, such as player character or non-player character, we need to actually change this to the side and make them sub-functions within the where. Next, we'll create our show range function. With our range as a float for input. Here we're going to set a variable label which will equal get distance label, and we'll make that function in a bit. And we're going to set the label's text value equal to distance equals, and then we'll have our range value, and that will be meters. Now with our range as a float, it's going to have a bunch of decimals after it, and we probably don't want to show all those, so we're going to call another function format float, and this will change it into a single value with only so many places showing. So we're going to have 2 places showing for this value here. Next we're going to add a timer, and this will be based on our main window. Here we're going to grab the target class, and we're going to say if the window using our timer has a state, timer state of on, that we're going to turn that timer off. So we're going to stop it, and we're going to reset its firing rate when timer fire rate is going to equal a time value, which is 0 for hours, then 0 for minutes, 0 for seconds, and we're going to put a decimal of 0.01. That means every 1/10 of a second we're going to check our timer value. Then we're going to start that timer up. Start. Next we'll add what happens when the timer is finished. This will be method my timer tick, and tick will stop our timer. Since it's inside a method, we can use the me node. Then we will call our function to get the range. Get range distance with a target which we saved in btarget. Next we'll make our get distance label, and that will be a function similar to the one above it as a node reference class, but this time we're going to have a GUI label. It's also going to return a find, and the distance difference will be our label's name added to the end here, distance. We now should be able to compile and submit the script. Next, we're going to open the script that actually creates the circle as a target ring around our target. This is in a script called eTargetCircle. And here we will add our functions that we created. This first part is stopping previous target, so we're going to add that here. And we're going to call our script target bar class methods. And we're going to call close window. This will override the other part that destroys the base window, so we'll comment it out, control backslash. Down here, it creates our status bar to create the GUI for the target. Here we're going to add our own to override that. And that one will start. We're also going to use the status bar as our value that it's coming back. The node ref that references our GUI. We're going to change the class to our class that we created. Our target bar. And since we're overriding, we can also comment these out. Down here, we will add in the final one that says once we've got our target and it doesn't equal none, it's going to do these here, setting our values, and call our function from the class script get range distance. This will have an input value for target, and we will use real target. Okay, we'll compile and submit this script, and then we'll be making our GUI. So we'll go to the GUI editor, and we will create RB target bar. It will inherit from the old status bar. And our class will be our target bar. This will begin with the original target bar since it inherited it. And then we will add a label to display our distance value. Change the name of the label to distance. Now, as this label might not fit on the current bar, we're going to increase the size of our target bar. This will be 200 by 80. Then we'll go to our distance label, make it a little wider so it can show the whole message. We'll set its location, and we'll add some text to show on screen. Distance will equal 0. We need to align that in the center of our little window label. And we'll make it a little easier to read with a value of green. And we could even set a drop shadow value of 1. Okay, now we'll save this and close that editor. Being created. Type in B underscore. And if it doesn't show, we'll need to refresh. Now we should be able to display our mob and have the target bar on it. Tell us how far away it is. So we'll hit Control G to bring back our GUIs. And we'll bring up our escape window and options for our mob bar. And we'll just create one. Create. And close that window. And close the other window. Now when we target it, it should show us how far the mob is from us. Okay, that is our target rangefinder.